Black and gold. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hold My Nugget Studios once again.
Oh no.
I know.
Russell Wilson taking sacks already?
Unlimited diarrhea. Unlimited.
Playoff implications in Washington, but evidently Michael Penix decided to go put his hand on his penis because he's beating himself. Threw it straight to the Commanders, intercepted, returned inside Atlanta territory. Game of the week in the NFC North. Hand off to Double J, Josh Jacobs, but he's got me beat. Butterfingers, fumble on the play, scooped up by Minnesota. The Vikings take the ball away on the opening drive.
We're all in this together. Once we know that we are, we're all stars. And we see that we're all in this together. And it shows when we stand hand in hand, make our dreams come true.
If this ain't the most millennial team, I don't know what is. Here comes Cooper, big time rush, looking towards his left pass, intercepted by CJ GJ, and he's heading into McDonald's. Can I get a McPick-6? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. The Cowboys continue to be shit. Touchdown Eagles. Old man Flacco.
Wahoo!
Must have dementia or something. He threw the football straight to New York. You thought because last year's miracle you was gonna step on the football field and shit would be sweet? Back to the couch for you. Needing 182 yards to get to 1,000. Last 2 weeks of the Buccaneers season is all about Mike Evans, and he finds the end zone to give them the lead. Down in Houston, we have a problem, and it's Derek Henry still owning the Texans to give the Ravens a 7-0 lead. Winning, you're in for Washington, chasing their first playoff berth since 2020. 4th and 2. Why kick a field goal when Jaden Daniels can find Zacchaeus seeking revenge against his former team to put the Commanders in front? Opening drive for the Chiefs. They drive down the field with absolute ease. Mahomes dumps it off to Xavier Worthy, the fastest man in the NFL, gives the champs the lead, and it's too easy for Patrick Mahomes. Why? Because
It's free real estate.
why Butker standing so
Zesty.
attempts the extra point, sailing wide to the right. Should have never told the women to
Get back in the kitchen.
it's no good. Hey, I know the ads are probably getting annoying, but the NFL's continuing to pile it on. I still can't upload the Super Bowl from last season. So if you want to support the channel and watch these videos early and ad-free, consider becoming a member on my Patreon. Patreon.com/Chiseled Adonis. Link will be in the description. I appreciate you. Rematch of the 2023 NFC Championship. Pewter City gym leader Brock Purdy looking towards the end zone. He's got Ricky Pearsall, who holds on to the football, breaks the plane. Touchdown. Niners take the lead in Levi. Shout out to Replay Assist getting involved, because initially this was ruled incomplete. But I got a question for the NFL. Just when does Replay Assist decide that they want to get involved? Because we've seen a number of plays during this season where they don't step in, and I would like some damn answers. Bryce may be young, but his game is mature as he got a Thielen in the end zone. Adam Thielen to tie the game at 7 in this NFC South matchup.
Let me in your world, you know.
No Jalen Hurts this week, so it appears that the tush push is going to have to be occupied by Buffalo as Josh Allen continues to steal his flow for the Bills touchdown.
Black and gold. Here we go.
Let's check back in on that Pittsburgh Steelers offense. Here comes Russell Wilson.
Gotcha, bitch.
Back-to-back drives, ends with a sack for the Steelers.
Unlimited diarrhea. Unlimited.
Let's take our cameras out to Chicago to take a look at those Bears versus Seahawks offensive highlights. 3rd and long in H-Town for the Texans. Nobody blocking for C.J. Stroud. Chips Ahoy, Kyle Van Noy with the sack. Aiden O'Connell, Gardner Minshew. Doesn't matter who's at quarterback. The Raiders is absolute ass. Somebody go dig up Ken Stabler. Where's Daryl LaMonica? Somebody get Rich Gannon on the field. Cam Jordan out here getting his 120th sack of his career because the Raiders is absolute ass. This time, Cooper Big Time Rush can turn up the music because he's got Jalen Tolbert whispering in Mitchell's ear, "Hold my nuggets, suck my dick." Tie game. Next Falcons possession, 1st and goal. Direct snap over to Bijan Robinson. Takes it to the end zone to get the Falcons on the board. We got a tie game, 7-0. 4th and 1 in Cincinnati. Why take the points when you can be participating in the Frank Costanza Challenge? Because when they needed to move the chains,
I stopped short.
let's check in on the old man Flacco.
Eat a dick, old man.
Battle in the NFC West, 3rd and 13 for Kyler Murray. Where are you running? You're going the wrong direction.
Bruce.
Heavens to Betsy. The little man slipped on his pacifier, taken down for the sack.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
Next Kansas City drive, they're inside Pittsburgh's 15-yard line again. Patrick Mahomes to the end zone. He's got a wide open Watson. 2 consecutive touchdowns for the Kermit as KC takes a 2-possession lead, and it still remains too easy for Patrick Mahomes.
It's free real estate.
Ensuing drive, Detroit drives all the way down the field, handoff to Jamison Williams. He's gonna go to the end zone untouched. 2 Niners tripped each other en route to Williams to the end zone. And the Lions would tie the game.
Oh!
I guess not.
I blocked it.
Extra point blocked by a fat man.
He's fat!
And now go Chargers, go.
Somebody tell Los Angeles to take off their bra because we want to see the Chargers' nice tits. They'd release the double D as Darius Davis would go into the end zone. Touchdown, LA, they take the lead.
Black and gold. Here we go.
Very next play, following a touchdown, getting called back for Pittsburgh, Russell Wilson out in the Christmas spirit, giving out
Donations.
The Steelers suck.
Unlimited diarrhea. Unlimited.
3rd and long for Drew Locksmith, and what do you know? It's actually not an interception. He dumps it off to Malik,
Won't you be my neighbor?
who'd carry it all the way to the end zone to give the G-men the lead. Next KC possession, finally the Steeler defense would catch a break as TJ Watt gets his hand on the football.
Oh, I missed.
And it would have been a Steeler interception if Patrick Queen had hands. What happened to his hands? Mike! Do something. Y'all choking again.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
Top of the second quarter, the 49ers drove all the way down the field again. Pewter City gym leader Brock Purdy dumps it off to the juice, and Kyle Juszczyk keeps his feet, falls into the end zone, and the Niners extend their lead. They're up by 8. The Saints not playing for anything but gumbo and jambalaya, but it's time for a little bit of trickery. Pass back over to Spencer Rattler, and he launches it to the end zone. It's a success. Touchdown tomorrow, and the Saints take the lead at home. Looks like Kenny Pickett's battling demons. Did a poltergeist pull this man back? What the hell happened? Homie barely got touched, and somehow he nearly tears his trying to hold on to the football, looking like his controller died. Had a mechanical failure, battery done fell out his Game Boy, as if his phone tried to update but encountered a virus. Film study gonna be confusing as hell. It's like his body took a screenshot. Back out to Minnesota for the game of the week. Sam, I look like a Lego police officer. Darnold gonna air it out. Looks like the Packers defense must have been social distancing because they forgot all about Naylor and lost the lead.
And I heard you had a concussion. How about another?
Insert whack-a-mole Mason Rudolph, and it seems as if his pass is ricocheted and intercepted by Jacksonville in the battle of the mid of the AFC South. Back to MetLife Stadium, Drew Locksmith, 3rd and long, over the middle, wide open. Darius Slayton steps on a banana but keeps his feet, takes it to the end zone. 2nd touchdown of the day for Drew Lock. Next Houston possession. Let's check back in on CJ Stroud.
All right, and nobody's blocking.
Finally got the cameras rolling out in Chicago, and evidently offensive lines ain't protecting. Geno Smith taken down for the sack. 4th and 1 for the Cardinals, trying to play spoiler, handoff to James Conner, but he too would be participating in the Frank Costanza challenge.
I stopped short.
Commanders marching down the field with ease following a penalty. 1st and 20.
Give me that. Not for long.
Both rookie quarterbacks trading interceptions, picked off by ATL. They're gonna take it the other way.
Black and gold. Here we go.
By some miracle, the Pittsburgh Steelers drive down the field, 2nd and goal from the 1. Russell Wilson keeps it himself, takes it to the end zone. Touchdown, the Steelers are on the board.
Mr. Unlimited. Yeah, you gotta be unlimited.
Not a single lick of defense is being played in this game, but Dan Campbell and Ben Johnson need to be investigated. The motherfucking Lions ran a hook and ladder in the 10-minute mark of the second quarter to Jamison Williams for a touchdown to cut the deficit down to 1. These dudes is insane. Now, granted, we've seen Kansas City run hooks and ladders with Travis Kelce throwing the football backwards, but that's usually late in the game. The Detroit Lions did this down by 1 score early in the second quarter. They're legit legitimately playing high school football when everybody around them are professionals. This is equivalent to Steph Curry just pulling up from half court for absolutely no reason. The Lions are literally a threat from anywhere on the field. They doing shit you can't do in Madden, NCAA, and if a coach just so happened to suggest doing a play like this early in the game, they might mess around and be hung. If I'm Detroit, I'm handing a blank check to Ben Johnson. Ain't no way I'm letting this man go. Following a punt, Baltimore backed up inside their own 5-yard line, handoff to Derrick Henry, and evidently nobody told them you can't shoot bullets with your gun on safety, and even the future Hall of Famer is gonna receive 2 for his mistakes. Following the interception, it wasn't even a pick 6, but somehow we're still in McDonald's as Big Mac Jones would order a number 1 in the back of the end zone. He'd find Washington for the score, and Jacksonville makes it a double-digit lead. Think fast for Aaron. His pass ricocheted, intercepted by a fat man. The big boy takes it away inside the red zone.
Eat a dick, old man.
Should have focused on your game instead of getting high all motherfucking off season.
You done messed up, Aaron!
Right, so boom, December football is upon us. The playoffs is on the horizon, and all kinds of teams are getting ready to get written down in the death note. Football is going to be the most exciting that it's been all year, and there's no better way to enjoy the games than with Underdog. And keep in mind, Underdog is still doing deposit matches, and they're pushing out new discount tokens and all kinds of boosts for the remainder of the season. So with the Christmas and holiday season approaching, it's only right that you get in now and participate in all kinds of, whether it be drafts, pick'ems, whatever the case may be. You guys who've been tuning into the live streams religiously 3 times per week or every single primetime game, you've seen me get mega winnings this season, and I only anticipate it getting even better. So make sure you guys click the link in my description or scan this QR code right here. Download the Underdog app. Use promo code Adonis, ADONIS, and you'll receive a free pick on behalf of becoming a member of the Underdog family. So again, scan the QR code right here or click the link in my description. Download the Underdog app. Use promo code Adonis, ADONIS. Let them know I sent you.
And now go Chargers, go!
Think fast, time for a little bit of trickery. Evidently, the Patriots didn't recognize they're 3-12. They don't know how to execute that shit. Fumble on the play, picked up by Derwin James. The Chargers take the football away. That play was designed like a pair of flip-flops with laces. Made absolutely no sense.
Stupid bitch!
Goal to go for Tampa Bay, same outcome. Mike Evans absolutely sexing the Carolina Panthers. 6 catches, 2 touchdowns, 48 yards as Mike Evans gets his 105th career receiving touchdown, the 9th most in NFL history, and he's not that far off from getting to that 11th straight thousand. 3rd and long for the midget Kyler Murray. Still can't keep his footing, slips onto the ground, takes another sack.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
Must have got the batteries back into his body as he throw a pitch-perfect pass to the end zone. 10 toes down challenge to Devontae Smith, and the Eagles regain the lead. 4th and goal for Cincinnati. Got away with a clear false start. Did not matter because Joe Cool rolling towards his right, trying to find somebody open, can't evade the pass rush, and he's taken down for the sack. That offensive line's trying to get him killed. Turnover on downs. This might turn into a shootout. Both teams marching down the field with absolute ease. Pewter City gym leader Brock Purdy dials up voicemail, calls his own number, takes it to the end zone. It's an 8-point lead again for the Niners. Buddy only out here playing for John Lynch. He wants to get paid. Back over to Meth Life. The Giants currently are the placeholders for the number 1 overall pick, but Drew Locksmith doesn't give a shit. He's got 3 first-half touchdowns as he'd find Wan'Dale Robinson wide open in the end zone. Man's got more TDs than he has incompletions. Giants fans praying for a loss. Drew Locksmith don't give a fuck.
You play to win the game.
The safety flipped the momentum for the Houston Texans, but it wouldn't last for long because Joe Mixon would be denied at the door of the end zone. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. No touchdown for you. Coach hype as hell, but now he gonna miss the playoffs because he might have blown out his hip, looking like that dude who jumped at the judge. I'm all for enthusiasm, but goddamn, fam. 2nd consecutive start for DTR, play action fake tie game in Cleveland, but he's out there looking like Jameis Winston because he's cooking apple. Turnovers, pass picked off. Atlanta would drive all the way down the field following their interception, and Bijan Robinson would find the end zone for the 2nd time today as Atlanta would take their very first lead of this game. game? No. Huck to it. So the Dolphins turn to
Johnny Tyler.
and he's taken down for the sack. Third and goal, familiar sight out in SoFi Stadium. Kyrene Williams finding the end zone. And finally, we have some points on the board in Los Angeles in this battle of the NFC West as the Rams take the lead.
And now go Chargers, go.
Everything going the Los Angeles Apple Chargers way, and it's not slowing down as Jay Herbo would rifle it to the back of the end zone. Wide open, Lad McConkey for the score. It's a 3-possession, 17-point lead in Star Foxborough, and the Lally Lule Low is getting fucked as Justin Herbert would now pass Peyton Manning for the most passing yards ever through the first 5 seasons of an NFL career. Backed up inside their own end zone, you would have thought somebody told old man Rodgers that you can't shoot bullets with your gun on safety. 2 for your mistakes. 9-0 lead for Buffalo. It might be time to throw the cleats over the electrical wire, old man. And with this sack, Rodgers has now tied Tom Brady for the most sacked quarterback in the history of the NFL.
You done messed up, Aaron.
Somebody might need to get DK Metcalf some Vagisil. What's wrong with this man? Every single game, it feels as if he's always getting into an altercation, and he can't simply relax. You do recognize that the season is on the line here, because if you happen to lose to the Chicago Bears, you're eliminated from playoff contention. To make matters worse, the referee's standing right there. Why would you zen headbutt your opponent like the ref can't see you? And then afterwards, Tyler Lockett with that Christmas tree hairline decides to go and defend his mans against the Chicago Bears instead of checking his emotional teammate. I'm all for standing up for your guys, but when in the history of the NFL or professional sports have you ever seen somebody go up to their opposition and the opposition say, you know what, I was wildin', I apologize? This never happened. DK is a repeat offender. You cannot afford to lose him in this game. At one point, you've got to be able to control your emotions. I understand he could have said some wild shit to you, but handle your business when the job is done.
Job finished? No, I don't think so.
2 minutes left to go in the half. Lamar Jackson, play action fake, rolling right, and just look how he secks the Texans defense. Homie is unable to get touched. He playing backyard football out there to the end zone to an Isaiah who's very likely to score. It's a double-digit lead again. That MVP trophy might be staying in the same house. Second and goal for Cincinnati. Last time they came down here, they were participating in the Frank Costanza Challenge, but not this time, as T. Higgins would find the end zone and expose his left testicle all over that Bronco defense.
And now, no charges. No.
Bruce. Free play for the Lally Lule Low. Bud Dupree jumped off sides. Drake May rifles it to the end zone. Is going to be caught by Douglas. That's a touchdown for the Patriots. They're finally on the board. It's 4th and 3. Was there any question that Dan Campbell was going to go for it? This man is so anti his special teams unit. He pays them just for the aesthetic. Jared Goff to the end zone. Pass is broken up. Turnover on down. Should have kicked the field goal, stupid. The Buccaneers in the Mike Evans zone is what they should call it, but with the Panthers defense knowing that, they'd roll coverage away from McMillan in the back of the end zone, who'd scored the touchdown. It's a 20-point lead, and the Buccaneers have how many points?
27.
Think fast. Down in the Bayou, the Raiders found the end zone. Jacoby Myers breaks the plane touchdown. Just before halftime, Bryce Young must be feeling good because he's still got a feeling. Adam Thielen splits between 2 Buccaneers defenders, goes the distance, his 2nd touchdown today. Trailing by 10, under a minute left to go into half. Cooper big time rush going deep, but CJ doesn't give a fuck about no pop bands. 2nd interception of the day for Gardner Johnson. He's gonna return it to the 35-yard line. The Cowboys ain't doing nothing. Woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo, clitoris alert, woo woo woo. Final drive before halftime, all 3 timeouts, under 50 seconds left to go in the half. Here come the Falcons, dump off to Darnell Mooney, takes it inside the 25-yard line. You got 3 timeouts, Raheem Morris. Why don't you use one?
That doesn't work for me, brother.
Instead, he tries to go up-tempo, hurry-up offense with 3 timeouts in his back pocket when his rookie quarterback is making his 2nd start of his NFL career in a game that the Falcons absolutely have to win. Now, you would assume they would think about some sort of play that fires into the end zone. Instead, Penix is playing clock control, dumps it off to Kyle Pitts to get out of bounds to stop the clock. You got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You think the timeouts are like an IRA that you can roll over into the next account, or in this context being the next half? You can't take the timeouts with you, you fucking dumbass.
People this stupid shouldn't be allowed to live.
But hey, we've seen terrible clock management before. No way you do it again in the same game, right?
Ah, foreshadowing.
The Giants might have realized they're costing themselves another number 1 overall pick, the defense forgets how to play, and Jonathan Taylor walks into the end zone untouched. Touchdown. 51-yard field goal for Jake Moody, but unfortunately his leg is booty. The kick is sailing wide to the right. It's no good. But hey, Jake, no worries. It's a very long field goal. No way you miss another one, right? Might I add, the kick sailed so far to the right, it might have landed in the Pacific Ocean. I think I saw some Polynesian people go get that football. The Falcons would have to settle for a 39-yard field goal. It's booted through the uprights. They take a 10-point lead just before the break. God damn, Calais Campbell, fucking relax. They gonna feed you at halftime, bro. Is he infected? Brother might be a zombie. Why you staring at your teammate like that? I know Miami said they would release him if they missed the playoffs, but this ain't the right way to do it, brother.
I'ma eat it. Let me in your world, you know.
Well, I'll be damned. Philadelphia still ran a tush push, and they crossed across the picket fence as Kenny Pickett would sneak into the end zone on the brotherly shove, and the Eagles have made this a 3-possession game. Kenny! Into the second half we go, and clearly it appears that MetLife Stadium must have left some contraband onto the ground because the Colts done forgot how to play football, and here comes Marset going down the middle untouched, 100 yards to the end zone. The Indianapolis Colts are going to force the New York Giants out of the number 1 overall pick because they decided to be absolute ass. 3rd and 3 for Houston. CJ Stroud takes the snap, rolling towards his right, looking down the field, got a man. But he plays for the other team, intercepted. And then the reigning, defending, undisputed MVP of the league would put the nail in the coffin early in the 3rd quarter as he'd go 48 yards to the end zone for the score. Hand that man the trophy right now. He's the MVP of the league. I don't give a damn what Josh Allen is doing. 1st and 10 inside the 15-yard line. Here comes
Johnny Tyler.
dialing up voicemail, calling his own number. He take it to the end zone. Touchdown. Miami extends their lead to 2 possessions. No problem. Ensuing drive following the kickoff return touchdown. This time around, Indianapolis would take advantage. Handoff to Jonathan Taylor Swift. His 2nd touchdown on the day. It's a 1-possession game in MetLife again. Opening drive for Detroit. They'd march all the way down the field, and it's time to take a shit on the 49ers defense because Sam Laporta Potty just emptied his bowels to cut the deficit down to 2, and Dan Campbell has seen enough. He saw 49ers miss on a kick. He doesn't even want to acknowledge his special teams unit. They take out their Uno cards, and then they'd give the 49ers 2 for their mistakes. We've got a tie game. You need a shout out? Of course you do. Book me on cameo.com/Chiseled Adonis. Whether it be a roast, shout out, acknowledgement on a birthday, one way or another, I got you. Minnesota still leading by 10, but not for long because they about to make it a 3-possession game. Look at Sam Darnold with an absolute dart over to Addison into the end zone. 17-point lead for the Vikings. Just 2 years ago, the Carolina Panthers had both Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield, and now they both cooking somewhere else. Next Dolphins possession, 3rd and 2 for Miami.
Johnny Tyler.
Gets taken down. Myles Garrett, 29th birthday, celebrates with a sack, and he joined TJ Watt and Reggie White as the 3rd player in NFL history to have 5 seasons of at least 13 sacks. Heavens to Betsy, it appears we got a fracas, a skirmish, a kerfuffle, a brouhaha going down in Lincoln Financial Field between 2 divisional opponents. Referees are losing their hats and falling to the ground, breaking their hips. A battle royale for the right to become the world's heavyweight champion. That ref might have cracked his femur. He can't even get up with assistance. All Saquon Barkley did was break 2,000 yards. Suddenly the Cowboys want to put his teammates in a leg lock. Ref on the ground looking like a wounded Call of Duty character. Somebody revive him. Other referee looked like he got caught with a Russian leg sweep. Graduated from Ric Flair University, still taking bumps in his 60s.
And I will never retire.
Eagles player tried to escort that Dallas Cowboy to the locker room against his will. Must be a Dwight Howard affiliate.
Get over here.
I can't take this anymore. We get eliminated and then we get embarrassed like this. I'm done. I'll see you next season.
Back over to SoFi, Arizona trailing by 10, but not for long. And finally, for the first time this season, Trey McBride falls into the end zone for his very first touchdown on the year. He set an NFL record for the most receptions ever without a touchdown in a season. Finally, he scores. But it'd still remain a touchdown game because the extra point would be blocked up front. The hell is Tyrone Tracy doing? This man playing basketball? What's with the behind-the-back passes? You fumbled the football, dummy. This got to be some form of elderly abuse. Aaron Rodgers going to be taken down again, and he's just made history, passing Tom Brady for the most sacked quarterback in the history of the NFL. Russell Wilson is going to break that really soon with the way the Pittsburgh offensive line is blocking.
Unlimited diarrhea. Unlimited.
Watch out, Detroit. Here comes Tyshawn. Who? Tyshawn.
Who the fuck is that guy?
We're not sure either. He used to go around calling himself Debo. He'd get into the end zone to give the 49ers the lead. Unfortunately, that's the only thing he did all night. How fitting he'd salute the crowd, because this is his last game in Levi Stadium. He's fat!
And now go Chargers, go.
Victory for Los Angeles clinches a postseason berth. Jay Herbo to the end zone, got a wide open Lad McConkey. Take the L out of Lover. The Patriots are continuing to get cooked, brother. 27-7 lead in Foxborough.
White power! White power! White power! White power!
And with that score, Lad McConkey would set the record for the most receiving yards from a rookie in Charger history. I know he's nowhere near the MVP race, but we have to appreciate how good of a season Justin Herbert's been having. Then on the very next play, after Aaron just made a little bit of history, he wants to share the wealth as he's giving out
Donations. Gifts.
pass intercepted. Buffalo takes it away. And then in a shocking turn of events, Aaron Rodgers is flagged with an unnecessary roughness for pushing a man out of bounds. Somebody get this man to the nearest nursing home. New York thought they was getting a messiah. Instead, all you received was a sack of shit.
You done messed up, Aaron!
Aaron!
Just put the fries in the bag, bro. You washed.
You done messed up, Aaron!
Believe it or not, this is still the opening drive for the Commanders of the second half. They've given the Falcons only 3 plays of offense in this third quarter, and Zach Ertz would break the plane to make it a 3-point game. Hey, Zach, there's somebody in the stands who's hating on your wife. Throw the football at her.
Oh! Gotcha, bitch!
Sam Darnold playing perfect football.
Not for long!
Reverts to his New York Jets self, throws a terrible interception, picked off by the Packers, already inside Minnesota territory. Butterfingers, but thank the Lord for the Packers. They were able to fall on top of the football. That would have been hilarious.
And I heard you had a concussion. How about another?
Still trailing by 10, but not for long. Whack-a-mole Mason Rudolph got a wide open Nick Vannett. It's a 3-point game.
Black and gold. Here we go.
All right, and nobody's blocking.
The Chiefs don't even have Chris Jones, and somehow Russell Wilson's always on the ground.
And now go Chargers, go.
4th and 2 for the Lolly Lule Low. Drake May can't even escape the pass rush. Derwin James takes him down at the 20. Turnover on downs. Now the Ravens are just being disrespectful. It's Christmas. You don't have to destroy the Texans like this. Mark Andrews wide open, 50th touchdown of his career. 31-2 in Houston. Carolina closed the first half strong, but forgot how to play football in the second. Wide open Durham in the end zone. 4 touchdown passes from Baker Mayfield.
Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle. Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle.
Oh! I blocked it!
We was too busy watching Duck Dynasty. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers blocked the punt, returned it to the end zone. Touchdown, the necrophilia has officially began. Because the Panthers may be dead, but somehow they're still getting fucked. I'm still trying to figure out who sent the duck out onto the field. The NFL clearly has a problem with animals, because we've seen a cat, we've seen numerous different pigeons, and now a duck? Hell, a couple of weeks ago, there was a Simpson on the field.
Pull up, pick up that bag and burn rubber. I got a sweet tooth, but I stay away from suckers. For real though. Nobu and Malibu was my last supper. We eat good. I fucked her in rush hour traffic, Chris Tucker. Yeah. Everybody screaming, gang, gang, gang. The folks come and get you, you gon' tell on the whole gang. She said, can she fuck me with my diamond chain? If I ain't in the bank, then I'm on the plane.
Get that damn duck off the field and escort him out of the stadium, because if you don't,
I'ma eat it.
let's check back in on QB.
Zesty.
Oh, Lord, he's about to get fucked.
Dance, you fat bitch.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
Chicken strips.
DTR fumbles the football, picked up by the Dolphins. Back to Buffalo Wild Wings we go. Josh Inferior Allen going to the end zone. He's got Amari Armani Exchange Cooper, who'd whisper in the Jets' ear, hold my nuggets, suck my dick. 3rd and 3 for Detroit. Oh, Lord, is this an election ad?
What?
Maga Bosa hunts down Jared Goff for the sack to force a field goal.
Somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
Packers would take that interception and turn it into points and make it a 2-possession game as Josh Jacobs would find the end zone for the 7th consecutive game. Longest streak in Packers history since Paul Hornung. Talk about ironic. Last play, Kirby Joseph caught an interception, but it was called back for a pick. So Brock Purdy said, no, I meant to throw it to you. But he must have put some money down for Kirby Joseph to be the defensive player of the year. That's his 8th interception of the season.
All right, and nobody's blocking.
Aaron Rodgers taken down again, this time by Von Miller, who would pass Ricky Jackson for 16th all-time on the NFL sack list with his 128th and a half.
And now go Chargers, go.
Oh, look, the Patriots are in Chargers territory. Down goes
Drake!
Who's the culprit? Fourth in the length of a clitoris.
Well, Johnny Tyler!
Tosses it to Devon.
You shall not pass!
In the battle of Joe versus Bo, Nix would finally throw a strike as he'd find Cortland Sutton in the end zone. We've got a tie game in Cincinnati. An injury to Pickett would force him to leave the game. Insert McKee. Last play, the touchdown to A.J. Brown got called back, so he said, fuck it, run the same old shit because the Dallas Cowboys are absolute ass, and the necrophilia continues. But would you believe that A.J. Brown threw this man's first touchdown pass of his career into the damn nosebleed seats?
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
This nincompoop was so in the moment, he completely forgot about his teammates, so he immediately started to try to negotiate from the sideline with the fan who caught the football, saying that he gonna give him a signed jersey. And somehow, the Italian mafia on the sideline for the Philadelphia Eagles was able to barter a deal, and they got the football back. This man really think he about to get a signed jersey. It was either you give the ball back or you getting murked.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
All these knockout commentaries had me thinking, why don't I knock someone out myself? So I came up with Knockdown Tea, guaranteed to help you sleep longer, sleep better, relax, and restore. Passion fruit flavored, so you know it's good. Simply take it 30 minutes to an hour before you go to sleep, and our slogan is 1 cup down for the count, 2 cups, throw in the towel. So make sure you click the link in my description. Head over to knockdowntea.com and grab your first pack today.
And now go Chargers, go.
Later on the same drive, 4th and 7 for the Lolly Lule Low. No protection.
Drake!
Taken down again. 4th and 7, absolutely no pulse in Houston. CJ Stroud desperately trying to make a play. Dump off pass is gonna be short of the first down. That's a turnover, and take the L out of lover. The Houston Texans are finished, brother. The Baltimore Ravens win 31-2 on Christmas. Oh shit, we got offense out in Soldier Field. Geno Smith dumps it off, but unfortunately they've got Butterfingers fumble on the play, scooped up by the Bears. Nobody on the field knows what's going on. Kyler Gordon's gonna go return it all the way to the end zone for the score, and somehow the referees put their arms into the air. That's a There's no denying that the football was indeed loose before Brown reached the ground. The only unfortunate portion for the Chicago Bears is there would be no touchdown because upon the recovery by Gordon, he was definitely down by contact as his body was rubbing against the legs of Brown. So no touchdown for you, but momentum going toward Chicago's direction. Hopefully the offense can do something with this. Meanwhile, in Buffalo Wild Wings, looks like the blazing sauce is kicking in because the New York Jets are getting absolutely burned. James Cook with his 15th touchdown on the season. 4-possession game. Looks like the Jets are still trying to play football.
I forgot to tell you.
Garrett Wilson puts the ball on the ground, scooped up by Milano. He's heading into the end zone. He was actually down by contact because Aaron put his hand on him. But even though it wasn't Aaron's fault, it's his offense who gave the football away. So
You done messed up, Aaron!
after the unfortunate interception, here comes Darnold, drives the Vikings down the field. He dump it off to Cam, who's looking for land, and he would settle a property on his acres for a touchdown to make it a 17-point lead again. Trailing by 4, why kick the field goal? This is Dan Campbell's football team. Amon-Ra St. Brown left wide open, and And the Lions take their very first lead of this game, and it's belt to ass to the cameraman. Somebody spit on the land. Cameraman experiencing what it's like to shoot POV on Pornhub. A couple plays following the fumble recovery, Josh Allen says, fuck it, I want to stick the knife into the New York Jets myself. He'd extend the play, throw it across the field, caught in the end zone by Keon Coleman, 33-0. The Jets getting cooked. Take the cameras to MetLife. Let's check on that other New York team. 4th and 1 for the G-Men.
You shall not pass!
Here we thought we had a game in Pittsburgh, but the defense again forgets to play football. Kareem Hunt takes them into the end zone. It's a 2-possession game again on Christmas Day in Pittsburgh.
Black and gold. Here we go.
Ensuing drive, the Steelers gonna have to move with a sense of urgency, but you can't do that if y'all ain't protecting the quarterback.
Unlimited diarrhea. Unlimited.
4th and goal for Cleveland, inside striking distance, but DTR's pass is broken up by Jalen Ramsey. Turnover on downs. Is Jalen still elite? You tell me.
Hold up, bring the beat back.
Black and gold. Here we go.
Very next play, following the sack, Fryer move would get a reception. He's clearly not going to get the first down. He'd give up the football instead. Butterfingers on the play. Kansas City takes the ball away in the necrophilia challenge beginning out in Pittsburgh.
I stopped short.
Ted Bundy has found his way to America's Peninsula because it appears the necrophilia challenge is continuing. Baker Mayfield with his 5th touchdown today finds McMillan for their 2nd link, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win. 58-yard field goal last time. We saw Jake Moody miss from 51. He said, I can do it from even further. Wide to the left. It's no good again. This man's leg is as useful as a sunroof in hell. I'd rather use a flashlight on the sun than have you as my kicker. But hey, Jake, it's only 2 missed field goals, and they were from 50-plus yards. No way you miss another one, right? Next Commanders possession. The Falcons have had less than 15 yards in the 3rd quarter. The Commanders would eat all of the clock and then eat up the lead as they'd finally go in front for the first time since the 1st quarter. Coach, you realize a playoff berth is on the line, right? Tampa's destroying Carolina. You're gonna lose the right to control your own destiny, coach.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
Kansas City would waste little time taking advantage of the fumble recovery. Mahomes rolling towards his right to the end zone, wide open. Travis Kelce, over 1,000 receptions in his career, passes Tony Gonzalez for the most reception touchdowns in Kansas City history, and the necrophilia continues because the Steelers may be dead, but somehow they're still getting fucked. And for the 3rd time in the last 5 seasons, Pittsburgh loses 3 consecutive in December. Kansas City locks up the 1 seed, and the Steelers lose their lead in the AFC. Mike! The standard is the standard, my ass. Every single year it's the same shit. What are you doing?
Is hanging around.
Josh Allen went to the locker room because he might have gotten an STD from fucking the Jets raw. Insert Mitch, he is a bitch. Trubisky dumps the football off, and the Bills is still carving up the New York Jets, running through their defense like Bonnie Blue at a freshman symposium. 40-0 in Buffalo Wild Wings.
You done messed up, Aaron.
And now go Chargers, go.
This ain't no tush push, it's straight up penetration. J.K. Dobbins to the end zone. The Patriots continuing to get fucked. 30-point lead for the Chargers.
My butthole can't take that abuse.
Ayo, yet another touchdown for Burrow as he'd find T. Higgins exposing his right testicle on that Broncos defense as Moss just got Moss in the end zone as the Bengals regain the lead. With the rushing record in sight, Philadelphia fans are witnesses to history as Saquon Barkley would become the 9th running back in NFL history to eclipse the 2,000-yard mark. And with 1 week of football left to go, he has an opportunity to break Eric Dickerson's record against the New York Giants. Every single member of the front office in MetLife needs to... The Saints are so ass, they gotta be tanking even with 5 wins. Spencer Rattler completely overthrows his man. Pass is gonna be intercepted by Jones. Raiders fans hoping that somehow they can lose this game, but Antonio Pierce is your head coach. He don't know how to quit. Next Falcons possession. Let's check in on Michael Penix. They're finally in Commanders territory.
I dropped it.
Fumbles the football. They're able to recover it, but they punt again. We're watching the final games of Old Man Flacco. So he'd find Pierce in the end zone. Touchdown, Colts. They're desperately needing to win this game to keep their playoff hopes alive. Dallas ain't done nothing since that Tolbert touchdown, and McKee would dump it off to Devontae Smith, who'd go to the end zone for his second touchdown today from two different quarterbacks. And the necrophilia challenge continues because the Cowboys may be dead, but somehow they're still getting No, it hurts. It hurts. Think fast.
Well, Johnny Tyler
Can't escape the birthday boy again, taken down, and Myles Garrett has now tied Trey Hendrickson for the league lead with 14 sacks. First player in NFL history to have 4 consecutive seasons of at least 14 sacks. Let's check back in on QB.
Zesty.
Help me! Oh my God! Son of a bitch!
Taken down for the 7th time today, and that would move him into 4th place for the most sacked quarterback of all time, and we still got a game to go. The Broncos approaching midfield. Bo Nix takes the snap, rolling right, gonna air it out, throws a damn cannon deep down the field, got his man Mims with a spectacular catch. We've got a tie game in Cincinnati. Back to MetLife Stadium, where the Giants fans are booing their home team because Malik Neighbors is still cooking, as he'd say fuck the #1 overall seed. Go the distance to the end zone, his second touchdown today. Drew Lock has 4 touchdown passes. Do the Colts not want to go to the playoffs? They getting cooked. New Orleans already in the death note, but they out there playing like they want to get inducted again. Aiden O'Connell looking like Tom Brady, buying time in the pocket, finding Turner in the back of the end zone. Oh, when the Saints go marching into the L train again. Now trailing by 6, Pewter City gym leader Brock Purdy would throw it to his MVP of the defense in the NFL season because Kirby Joseph's got his 9th pick on the year, 2nd one today. And just look at Brock Purdy's face. This man ain't even upset. He's happy he was able to lock up an all-pro for a defender. Back down to the land of AEW, Mac Jones dialing up a touchdown. He's got Thomas in the end zone again. LSU might be wide receiver U. They've got 4 of the top 10 receiving yard leaders in the NFL from their school. All right, so boom, it is I, the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis. But of course, you already knew that. And I wanted to inform you guys that there is limited stock available over on ChiseledAdonisShop.com. In fact, keep in mind, there's only sizes available ranging between extra small, small, and medium. Large to 5X is all sold out. And prior to even thinking about doing a restock, everything must go. So it's running at a 65% discount right now. So if you just so happen to be extra small, small, or medium, now's the time to go and grab your merch. And if you happen to know somebody who happens to be that size and you'd love to grab them some Chiseled Adonis merch, now is the time prior to holiday season. Everything must go, 65% off. Make sure to go and grab your remaining merch today. Trailing by 40, Aaron excused himself to the locker room, and Tyrod Taylor was able to lead the only touchdown scoring drive for the Jets today. But did this help them come back and win, though? Absolutely not.
Eat a dick, old man.
You done messed up, Aaron.
Time is running out on Indianapolis playoff hopes, but Joe Flacco drives them down the field. He'd find Michael Arm Pittman in the end zone for the score. It's a 2-point game in New York. Rams looking to clinch their division. 25-yard field goal to make it a 2-possession game through the uprights and good. The Packers may be out of contention for the division, but they can't afford to lose here because if Washington wins, they drop to the 7th seed. Touchdown makes it a 10-point game again. 2nd and goal for
Johnny Tyler.
Looking towards his left, having the best game of his career, finds Jonnu Smith having the best season of his career with a franchise record 7th touchdown for a tight end for the Miami Dolphins, as they would tell Cleveland to take the L out of Lover. Your game is over, brother. Miami keeps their playoff hopes alive. 3 minutes left to play, 4-down territory for Arizona. Kyler Murray rolling towards his left, launches it from the 50 to the end zone. Intercepted. Get up, pussy. Your elevator didn't make it to the top floor. Man's got mossed, and it's Rams football. Following the interception, the Lions looking to put this game on ice. 3rd and 2, handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs, and Sonic is loose down the sideline. They're not going to touch him. Breaks the plane, goes into the end zone, 40-28. 4 years ago, man said he's coming to the NFL to go chew on kneecaps. Last 2.5 years, he's got the 2nd best winning percentage in the NFL, and he's only off by 1 game. Indianapolis ought to be ashamed of themselves. Playoff berth on the line. All you got to do is win and hope for help. But you can't even help yourself as Drew Lock has a career game. 5th total touchdown today in MetLife as they would tell the Colts to get Death Note ready because you're heading to the Shadow Realm. Then on the ensuing drive, they take the dead Namekian to the funeral home and put the nail in the coffin because Joe Flacco overthrows his man, intercepted by the G-Man, and their season is done. Cincinnati got 1 timeout left. A first down here could all but send Denver to the postseason if they could get in the field goal range, but Bo picks as the pass is intercepted by Cincinnati. The Vikings got 12 on defense. Man should have just stayed on the field to play because at least you could have prevented them from scoring a touchdown. The Packers cut their deficit down to 1 score and stay alive. Hut, hut. Falcons out here trying to get too cute. Football goes right through Bijan Robinson's hands and is going to be stopped at the 26-yard line. Coach! I know that worked earlier in the game, but you might want to consider not trying to get too doggone cute when you're trailing by 7 in the game. You need to win, stupid. The Chicago offensive line needs to be in witness protection by the conclusion of this season because there's no way I'm not hiring the Mafia to go and eliminate the rest of you and your families. You can't keep doing this to Caleb Williams.
Walk out the door, you see someone that you know and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Packers out of timeouts, 3rd and 2. Vikings with the first down seals this game. Darnold takes the snap, rolling towards his right. Wide open, Cameron Akers take the L out of Lover. The Packers are finished, brother. The Vikings improve to 14 and 2. 2nd and goal, Joe Burrow would dial up voicemail, call his own number, break the plane, sneak into the end zone to give Cincinnati a touchdown lead with 1:24 left to play. With the Tampa Bay victory confirmed, season on the line for Atlanta. 4th and goal. Michael Penix takes the snap, looking over the middle. He finds Kyle Pitts, who dropped the first down earlier. Somehow, the bust has found his hands, and the Falcons tie the game at 24-all. Who the hell saw that coming? Somehow, the Falcons bail themselves out here.
Job's not finished.
The Niners in need of a miracle. 2nd and goal. Insert the Pastronaut. The ball-headed demon Josh Dobbs would hold on to the football, take it to the end zone, touchdown, San Francisco. They cut the deficit down to 1 score.
What the fuck?
Did Jake Moody miss his 3rd kick of the game? Yeah! Jake Moody! You better be filing an application to go work at Home Depot because your time in the NFL's coming to a close. When Tyshawn, formerly known as Debo Samuel, slapped you upside the head, he must have been transferring his 2024 ass gene to you. You missed from 51, landed in the Pacific. Missed from 58, landed in the Atlantic. Missed from 33 on an extra point, landed on unemployment. George Kittle, you're the captain. Hand this man his pink slip. Get his ass off the field. Go bag some groceries. Jake Moody, put your motherfucking head back down, you goddamn bum. And the Detroit Lions come from behind. 5th game this season with 40 points and 0 turnovers. They refuse to punt and get vengeance against the Niners for their loss in the NFC Championship. The Cardinals drive down the field again. 1st and goal, 40 seconds left to play. Kyler Murray's pass ricocheted, intercepted in the end zone. The Cardinals are finished. Either a Seattle loss or a Washington win is gonna clinch the NFC West for the Rams. Woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, woo. Following a Washington 3-and-out legacy drive for Michael Penix, 1st and 10 from his own 19, finds Darnell Mooney for the first down. There's 33 seconds remaining. You got 2 timeouts in your back pocket, Raheem Morris.
No, I don't really feel like it.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
Atlanta's running to the line of scrimmage, and to make matters worse, it's not even like they're gonna spike the football, which would be absolutely asinine. They're burning a shit ton of clock, and then finally, Penix would take the snap and the pass would sail incomplete, stopping the clock anyway.
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class!
Coach! In the first half, you held on to 3 timeouts for what reason? And then here in the second, you do it again. You think you're King Tut? You can't take the timeouts with you, dumbass. It's one thing for the rookie quarterback not to call a timeout, because for all intents and purposes, he would probably not know any better. But you're a fucking head coach. Call time out.
Is the man retarded?
Last chance for Chicago, 4th and 10, QB. Zesty. Looking for a prayer.
We do not care.
Intercepted by Reek Woolen. Take the L out of Lover. The Bears are finished, brother. Seattle keeps their playoff hopes alive, and the Bears lose 10 consecutive games. Caleb Williams throws his first interception in 354 consecutive passes, and still the Chicago Bears
Are who we thought they were. Ass. But they are who we thought they were.
Trash. Last chance for Tennessee. Whack-a-mole. Mason Rudolph launches it to the end zone. Pass is going to be broken up, and the Jacksonville Jaguars have pushed Tennessee into the number 2 draft pick slot. Game on the line in Cincinnati. 4th and 1. Bo Nix rolling towards his right, launches it to the end zone, and Marvin Mims with a spectacular catch, participating in the 10 toes down challenge, getting his feet down in bounds, and we've got a tie game. Cincinnati and Denver's heading to after hours. What a throw, what a catch, and keep in mind, Denver doesn't even need to win to clinch a postseason berth. They can tie and head to the playoffs as well. By the way, if you were curious how stupid Raheem Morris just so happens to be, he used a timeout pre-snap because they couldn't figure out a play. So why the fuck didn't you do that after they ran a play and burned about 25 seconds, stupid?
People this stupid shouldn't be allowed to live.
Now with one timeout remaining, they're gonna need to get into field goal range, but also keep enough time on the clock that they can run a play. Pass sales incomplete, but they get bailed out from a pass interference call, which was indeed warranted because this could have either been illegal touching, defensive holding, or pass interference. Luckily for the Falcons, they'd get the pass interference call, and that would set them up for a 56-yard field goal to keep their playoff hopes alive. And although it appeared to be good, it stopped short. Mans had the perfect accuracy right down the middle, but just did not have enough power. Motion in the ocean, my ass. Size matters, and your kick is too short to keep the Atlanta Falcons atop the NFC South. Look at this man's face. Look at this man's face. You should be embarrassed because of your piss-poor clock management at the end of the first half. This could have been a drive that seals the game with you having possession without even needing to score. Then furthermore, you could have stopped the clock to get in closer field goal range to seal the game in regulation. But instead, your dumbass is heading to after hours because you don't know how to coach. Into the extra period like extended menstruation we go. Bengals playing for their playoff lives. Beautiful pass from Joe Burrow over the Gesicki to move the chains. Back over to Washington, where they too trying to clinch a playoff berth. Daniels would connect with his tight end to move the chains. Ertz with a first. Few plays later, 3rd down, desperately needing a stop. Grady Jarrett comes unblocked, but unfortunately Jaden Daniels doesn't give a shit. He'd pick up the 1st down and take it in ATL territory. Coach, your defense is tired. Are you gonna use a timeout?
That doesn't work for me, brother.
No, I don't really feel like it.
3rd and long, Broncos need a stop, and they would get it. Back-to-back plays, Joe Burrow would eat the turf as he'd be sacked, and they'd force a punt. We've entered sudden death. Next score wins in Cincy. Raheem Morris refuses to use any timeouts. His defense completely gassed. Beautiful pass from Jaden Daniels out the backfield. That's a 1st down, and he hurdled that bitch. Ensuing drive, 3rd and 6 for Bo Nix. He's got a man wide open, overthrows him, pass incomplete since he's gonna get the ball back. Next possession, magnificent field position already inside Denver territory. Mike Gesicki with another 1st down carries a Denver defender inside field goal range. Denver's back up against the wall, 1st and 15. T. Higgins over the middle, 1st down again inside the 25. Raheem Morris must think this is playoff rules. You're not gonna get another opportunity at the football if you can't get a stop. There hasn't even been a single substitution on defense. Jaden Daniels takes it down to the 2-yard line. Coach, are you disabled? Actually, no. That's an insult to disabled people because even they too would know how to utilize a timeout. What the hell are you doing? 33-yard extra point length field goal for Cade York. He doinked it! He doinked it! The spirit of Cody Parkey has infiltrated Cincinnati. 33-yard field goal to keep the Bengals' playoff hopes alive. And Cade York turns into a Doinkosaurus Rex. His girlfriend a Cowboys cheerleader, but her boyfriend is absolute ass. There's absolutely no wind in Ohio at the moment. How the fuck do you miss? Double amputees with kicking experience before they lost their legs could have made this field goal in their sleep, but you can't. Cade York! I bet you couldn't find a quarter if you lived in a laundromat. I bet you couldn't find a garbage if you worked as a trash man. I got a better chance of seeing President Jimmy Carter make a kick, and he just died, than seeing you clinch a game for Cincinnati. Get your ass off the field and put your motherfucking head back down. 3rd and goal, 7-minute plus drive. Did Raheem Morris use any timeouts? Absolutely not. Zach Ertz calls game and sends the Commanders to the playoffs for the first time since 2020 as Jaden Daniels throws his 3rd touchdown on the day, rushes for over 115 plus yards, and the Commanders are heading to the postseason, and the Falcons are heading to obscurity if they can't get a miracle next week. What a catch by Ertz, might I add. 2 touchdowns on the day, absolutely cooking. Dan Quinn with a victory over his protege, but Coach Morris, you've got to be the dumbest man on a sideline in all of sports. Why the fuck didn't you use any of your timeouts?
Why didn't you take the timeout after Darnell's catch first down?
Probably could have. I thought we can get to the line of scrimmage with our operation, be a little bit faster there, get him there without going on the fast on our ball, try to save that timeout. In hindsight, could have been a good decision or a better decision to take that timeout, but I wanted to have the opportunity to move up there. So, you can always second guess those things. You can always second guess those motives. You can always go back and look at him, see if you can get it snapped a little bit quicker. But I really believe we can get our operation time a little bit faster there to be able to save that timeout, still be able to click off, potentially get the pass interference, have a couple more snaps there, save the timeouts, a bit of use them there to get that field goal a little bit closer.
Do you recognize how stupid this man sounds to say that you were hoping to get your operational time a bit faster in a goddamn rookie quarterback's 2nd start of his career in a game that you absolutely have to win? Then to make matters worse, you had 3 piss-poor clock management situations. The end of the first half, the end of regulation, and then in overtime. Not only did you doom your offense, you doomed your defense as well. There's literally no excuse. People who've never watched football nor understand the game would have called a timeout. You've been on sidelines for 20 years and you don't understand situational football? The scammers in Atlanta might just drain your account. What the hell are you doing, Raheem Morris? Put your motherfucking head back down and get your ass off the sidelines. 2nd down for Denver after Cincinnati called a timeout. They'd complete another pass, but they'd lose yardage to set up a 3rd and 9. After yet another Bengal timeout, 1 first down here wins the game. Bo Nix takes the snap, playoff berth on the line, steps up in the pocket, his pass sails incomplete. What the hell was that? If you're not gonna move the chains, at least keep the clock moving. This the 2nd time in overtime Bo Nix has completely missed a wide open receiver. It was sudden death on the Broncos' last possession. You could have ended it right here. But let's just say you didn't get yourself into field goal range and you had to punt it. You had another opportunity and you threw the football short. Next Bengals possession already across the 35-yard line, 2:20 left to go in the Cincinnati season. Burrow throws an absolute dart over the middle, got Yoshivash to move the chains inside Denver territory. Very next play, clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Denver desperately needing to get a stop. Benito overcommits, and you're gonna get another first down for the Bengals. In field goal range again, but why put your trust in Cade York when you got Joe Burrow and T. Higgins, who's been cooking the Denver defense all day? Spectacular catch on the sideline. Cincinnati's inside the 5 with a minute left to play. First and goal, he took you down the field. Why not end it off the hands of Mr. Higgins with his 3rd touchdown today, as he'd expose his left testicle, his right testicle, the entire nutsack all over the Denver Broncos. No playoff berth for you. Cincinnati stays alive because
you play to win the game. You don't play to just play it.
If his defense and offensive line had a pulse, Joe Burrow might be the MVP. But for tonight, he'd tell the Broncos to join the Falcons, 49ers, Steelers, Texans, Bears, Patriots, Cardinals, Jets, Saints, Colts, Cowboys, Panthers, Titans, Browns, Packers to take out their Metro card and get aboard the L train. But for the Colts and the Seahawks, despite the fact that the Seahawks got the W, they go somewhere different because they've arrived at Elimination Station for their failures of playing winning football, their failures of qualifying for late January football. Consider your names written down the death note because your dreams of advancing to the postseason, your dreams of advancing to the championship game, your dreams of playing in the Super Bowl and hoisting up the Lombardi Trophy again has been absolutely deleted.
There's only one thing left to do. Gotta write their names in the death note. Delete! Delete, 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 delete.
Here it comes! A little going away present for you!
Delete! You will rest in peace.
Delete confirm.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker! I hear the Shadow Realm's lovely this time of year. Let's find out if it's true!
Hey, I appreciate you watching the entire video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the like button on the way out if you haven't already. And on top of that, hit that notification bell as well. For whatever reason, YouTube's only showing my videos to 20% of my subscribers. So if you have already turned on the notification bell, turn it off, turn it back on. If you never turn it on, turn it on. I appreciate you.